bean leaf beetles were bad last fall in some areas. Are they going to be a problem in those same areas this spring?
You want me to answer that? I mean, I think the answer is maybe. I don't know. The good thing is early spring we have that we have insecticide seed treatment that really does help us with the bean leaf beetles early. Last year, in parts of my territory, bean leaf beetles were really bad in the fall, like you said, and I don't think that's a common occurrence. I haven't seen them that bad in probably ever in my experience.
Yeah,
my short experience.
One thing I would say is there's some pretty smart entomologists that have been around for a long time, and they still can't tell you whether bean leaf beetles are going to be bad or not. I would just say and preface it by saying that I think the potential's there for increased bean leaf beetle, especially over last year. Early planting beans also, you think about it, we fix some things, but we also can create problems elsewhere. And early planting beans can also provide that host for those overwintering beetles to come to your field to feed on. All right. So if we're early planting beans, those can actually be a food source for those beetles that just got done overwintering. Okay. Thankfully, like Rachel mentioned, we have seed applied insecticides that work very, very well when it comes to bean leaf beetle. We tested those many, many moons ago, and they work awesome. I think there's been a little bit of skimming back on insecticide use on seed treatment sometimes, especially over the last few years where the farm economy's kind of gone down, and we're looking at picking and choosing a little bit more on which treatments to use. And to some extent, there was a little bit of waning on insecticide use on beans. And I think that combination of early planting with that lack of insecticide allowed some of those populations to build. So I guess my recommendation would be, especially in areas that may have had, heavy bean leaf beetles this past fall, to absolutely be using that insecticide, not take it out, and use that insecticide on that seed treatment, especially if you're planting early. And if they're already treated and you don't have it on there, then I would be looking, once the beans come up, looking for bean leaf beetle feeding, and be prepared to do a early season insecticide application. So biggest thing is, like you mentioned before, get out in your fields and scout early on and be looking.